Hey, BA fam. Did you know Dell Technologies President's Day business event starts now with deals to power America's doers and dreamers, which I am both. Save on select performance business PCs powered by 12th gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, accessories, plus free shipping and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK Dell.
Hey BA fam, it's Mandy Money here, aka Mandra. Listen, y'all, I want this to be the year when you finally learn how to be the badass negotiator that you have always wanted to be, whether you are plucking up your courage and trying to ask for a raise where you currently work, or you are ready to negotiate a damn good, juicy offer from a new job. I am here for you. I have got a 5-step signature salary negotiation strategy that I only teach in my free virtual Nail Your Negotiation masterclass. I've got one coming up in just a couple of weeks. You can sign up and save your spot at nailyournegotiation.com. That's nailyournegotiation.com. I can't wait to see y'all there.
It's time for the BAQA. The BAQA, what you say? The BAQA with Tiffany. The BAQA. There's no Manday today. Instead, we are making it a Happy Money, Happy Life week. Okay. We've got my friend Jason V. Tug in the stew. That's the studio for those of you who are not as cool. If you did not listen to the regular Brown Ambition episode on Wednesday with Jason, it is amazing. We do breath work. We talk about his new book, Happy Money, Happy Life, which is available at happymoneyhappylifebook.com. It is an amazing episode. So go listen. I asked Jason, stay in the stew, Jason, and help me to answer some finance questions. And Jason agreed. Thanks, Jason.
Oh, thank you so much. This is exciting. Let's do this.
Well, real quick, because I forgot. I'm like, if you didn't listen, you might not know who Jason is. So Jason is a wellness advocate and best-selling New York Times reviewed author of 2 books. He's the founder of Frugal, PHROOGAL, and is an award-winning creator of the Road to Financial Wellness Project. Jason is a certified diversity, equity, and inclusion expert, holds the Psychology of Financial Planning certification, and is a certified yoga instructor and breathwork specialist. Jason focuses on a holistic approach where money isn't the goal, but money is a tool to help achieve the goal. He's been featured on the TEDx stage, Yahoo Finance, Forbes, Business Insider, New York Times, to name a few. So we have a real financial educator, but a man after my own heart, not just personal finance, but holistic wellness in the room. So, okay, first question, Jason, that came into the room. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is from Paula. Hey, Paula. Straight up now, tell me if you really want to love me. Some of y'all don't know that's Paula Abdul. You're too young. Hey, ladies and Jason. I'm tackling my debt and looking to start investing soon. I work for a public agency that offers a 457B, which is basically like a retirement account at her job. It's a nonprofit retirement account, or I'm guessing a public agency retirement account, and have been contributing a small amount each pay period. Would you recommend contributing to this plan or opening up a Roth IRA to contribute to? Thank you so much for your insight. What do you say, Jason?
Well, I think when it comes to retirement planning, I'm a big believer in taking advantage of your employer accounts, especially if there is an employer match. And so she mentioned that she's contributing a small amount and already thinking about the Roth IRA. I think that's a good line of thinking. But I want you to maximize your contribution to that employer plan first before you start adding in terms of like your goals. And that has a lot to do with the employer match, and that has a lot to do with also lowering your potential tax liabilities. And so those are 2 things that I would suggest.
All right. So I am on, like, especially with, I'll say this, that like, if you have an employer program, which is awesome, to Jason's point, if you contribute to your employer's retirement account, let's just say you have $100,000, right? And you contribute, I don't know, $6,000. Great. So then the government says you didn't make 100,000, right, Jason? It says you made 100,000 minus 6, so you made 94,000. That's what we're taxing you on. So that's what Jason means about that you get taxed, like you get a tax break now, because when you contribute, you get the tax break now, and then when you go to pull money out later when you're 65 and a half plus, you will pay taxes on the back end, but not on the front end.
Correct.
Right? But with a Roth, Jason, right, that's the opposite.
Correct.
That you don't get the tax break now because you basically put in money with a Roth IRA now after tax money. So you already paid taxes on it. But when you go to pull out your Roth when you're older, then because you pay taxes up front, you don't have to pay taxes on what you contributed or the growth of that, like let's just say you put in 100,000 over your lifetime, it grew to 200,000. You don't have to pay taxes on that 200,000. So there's no right or wrong in that, like contribute, because, to Jason's point, it's almost like a seesaw. You want to get some tax breaks now, but you also want to get some tax breaks later. So typically what I say is that, like, if you have an employer account, get your match on. And if you are close to maxing out what you can technically make to contribute, because everyone can't contribute to a Roth IRA. I think it was like $139,000. I'm not sure what the max is right now. Like, you can't make over a certain amount of money and contribute to a Roth IRA. There's backdoor Roths, but we're just talking plain, regular personal finance that up to a certain amount of money, they don't want individuals contributing to a Roth IRA, So if you're like at 100,000, I might be seesawing, because you can have both at the same time, contributing to my employer account, but then also contributing to like my Roth IRA to make sure that, like, before it's too late for me to max out on my Roth IRA. So either way, go ahead, Jason. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, because there's a strategy around it. So you want to make sure that you're employing kind of like before taxes and after taxes. And there's a lot of like nuances when it comes to that. But I think you're at the point where if you're thinking about Roth IRAs, look at maximizing again to the point of where your employer matches.
Yes.
So you want to contribute there, and then also look at the Roth IRA piece of it, because you do want to mix a mixture on that as well. And so that's what I've done in the past in terms of maximizing my 401k contribution in addition to contributing to a Roth IRA, because if your Roth IRA, your 6,000 for this year grows to 100,000 30, 40 years later, you don't pay taxes anymore. I mean, like, how amazing is that? And that's the opposite is true for the 401k that's pre-taxed, or the 457 that's pre-taxed. So it's like, it's those things, like really figuring out what your goals are and understanding that there is no right answer. It's just, how are you looking at the tax strategy and the impact to your paycheck? So
yeah, the only wrong answer is to not contribute.
Yeah.
We don't want that, But yeah, so we're going to up that a little bit to a lot more. Okay, Paula. So if you are enjoying this BAQA with my friend Jason V. Tug of Happy Money, Happy Life, the book, we're going to throw the break real quick and stay here because we'll be right back.
The Brown Ambition podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. When you're at your best, you can do great things, but listen, sometimes life can get you bogged down and you may feel overwhelmed or like you're just not showing up the way you want to. No judgment here. We love BetterHelp because working with a BetterHelp therapist can help you get closer to the best version of yourself. Because when you feel empowered, you're more prepared to take on everything life throws at you. And we can all use a little bit more empowerment. If you've been considering therapy, BetterHelp is a great option. Just fill out a quick questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and if you feel the therapist you're matched with isn't a great fit, you can switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/brownambition today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/brownambition. Hey, VA fam. If y'all know anything about our show, it's that we are not shy about talking about our skincare regimen. And lately, I did not expect this, but a humidifier has become a key piece of my skincare. In these dry winter months, I am so excited to be here to talk to y'all about our new partner, Canopy, because so many skincare experts and dermatologists have touted the benefits of increased indoor humidity for healthy, glowing skin. And having dry air in your environment honestly can begin wreaking havoc on your skin in as little as 30 minutes. minutes. And one of my favorite features is that the Canopy humidifier has a built-in aroma diffuser that uses the simple process of evaporation to fill your room with delightful scented moisture. So now it smells like a spa in my room, and I am so happy to go to sleep. RVA fam, you can go to getcanopy.co to save $25 on your Canopy humidifier purchase today with Canopy's filter subscription. Even better, use our code BrownAmbition at checkout to save an additional 10% off your Canopy purchase. Your skin will thank you.
At Discount Tire, we know your time is valuable. Get 30% shorter average wait time when you buy and book online. Did you know Discount Tire now sells wiper blades? Check out our current deals at discounttire.com or stop in and talk to an associate today. Discount Tire.
Let's get you taken care of.
Hey BA fam, it's Mandy Money here, aka Mandra. Listen, y'all, I want this to be the year when you finally learn how to be the badass negotiator that you have always wanted to be, whether you are plucking up your courage and trying to ask for a raise where you currently work, or you are ready to negotiate a damn good, juicy offer from a new job. I am here for you. I have got a 5-step signature salary negotiation strategy that I only teach in my free virtual Nail Your Negotiation masterclass. I've got one coming up in just a couple of weeks. You can sign up and save your spot at nailyournegotiation.com. That's nailyournegotiation.com. I can't wait to see y'all there.
And we're back and we're brown. So we're in the studio with Jason Vitug of Happy Money, Happy Life and his company Frugal, financial educator, but wholeness educator overall. I have Jason in the stew and I asked him to stay and answer some questions with y'all. And so we're going to take another one. If you actually want your question answered, you can go to brownambitionpodcast.com and click like the Ask Us Anything button and, send us a message that way. You can slip into our DMs it's the BA Podcast, I believe, on Twitter and Brown Ambition Podcast on Instagram, and slip into the DMs and ask questions that way. You can give us your real name. You can give us a fake name. You can say anonymous, and we will honor all of that. But ask your personal finance questions, your career questions, and your business questions. We will answer all of those. All right, so we're going to take another money question. Hi, Tiffany, Mandy, and Jason. The Jason is silent, but I'm putting it in there. I wanted to get your input on the idea of using equity from my home to purchase a property for the intent of a long-term rental. What are your recommendations? Ooh, Jason, you've owned have you owned some rental property?
I have not owned rental property, but I do read up on it, and I do have family members that have rental property, and this question comes up all the time. Okay. So hearing this, I think I have a viewpoint on it. Okay. So one, having equity in your property, that's a great thing. And so you definitely want to do the calculations to make sure that the investment that you're making with this rental property is going to pan out for you. And so if you're looking at tapping the equity of your primary residence, your home, your space for a rental, you want to make sure that it will eventually lead to a positive financial result. And I have seen many situations where it does not, then all of a sudden it endangers your primary residence. And so the other answer I would say is that it does make sense, because if you're looking at, you don't have the down payment, or it's a sizable equity and you could buy this rental property in cash, there is a lot of upside when it comes to that. And again, it depends on the amount that you're looking to borrow against your home and where this property is. And if you've done the homework in terms of what the return would be when you're renting this property out.
Okay. So I consider this, I have not done this, but I consider this. So during the pandemic, when the home prices were crazy, I was going to do a cash out refi. Right? Is that what it's called? Cash back, cash out? Yeah, cash out refi. Cash. So that's basically when you refinance your home, almost like buying your home from yourself, and then take out the excess money. They won't let you take out all of it. They're like, girl, you tried it. I think they let you take up to 60% or something like that.
Yeah, there's a percentage.
So my home was paid off. So basically I would go from no mortgage to a mortgage. And then I was going to use that money to purchase another property, which that's not unwise. But to Jason's point, it would be unwise if you're purchasing a property that you're not sure, am I going to get a positive cash flow? Because one, now your mortgage is going to be more expensive if you didn't have, or you're going to have a mortgage if you didn't have one before. And then on top of that, there's this new property that has to pay for itself. And let's just say you don't get a tenant right away. And so you're going to be paying basically 2 mortgages until you figure it out. So, but it is one of the benefits of home ownership is the ability to do so. A home can be used as leverage. So I want you to think of a lever as something that helps to open something much bigger than itself. Like a doorknob is a lever to a door. Like a door is huge and oftentimes very heavy, but this little doorknob, you can use this doorknob to open this door, and a home can do that too. Because when you own a home, you'd actually, you could put down 3.5%. on a $100,000 property, that's $3,500. So that's this little lever to get access to all this money, which can be good, but also dangerous if you're not wise. And so, to Jason's point that, if you're going to do this, it can certainly be a very wise tool to say, I want access to another property and I can use my current property to do so. But you want to make sure that, that you, one, do more research on what it is to rent. There are numbers, like calculations. One of my friends, Christina, is like a big investor in St. Louis. And she's got like this number calculation that she does to see if this rental property is going to make financial sense and when. 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, you know what I mean? And so you want to make sure that you're not just saying, I think this house is a good idea, let me move forward, that you've done the numbers on the new property and it offsets the cost of the other property, So, honestly, Paula, is this Paula? I can't remember. This is anonymous, I think.
Yeah, it's anonymous.
Anonymous. So honestly, anonymous, I think that, it's not a bad idea as long as you are running your numbers. That's with all things investing. You have to run your numbers. Let's just take one quick last question real quick. This is just a question for Jason. So Jason, you left corporate. We get this a lot. You left corporate and you went to start your business. Give us maybe just a tip or two that for those people who are like, especially now with so many people losing their jobs in the tech sector, and it's just feeling so overwhelming. And many of them, maybe they have this like business idea, they're not really sure. What are some things that before they take the leap, or unfortunately before they get let go, what should people do to prepare emotionally, mentally, but also financially for the shift from working in corporate America to potentially working for themselves?
Yeah, I love this question because the first thing, we'll tackle the financial aspect of it. You need a emergency fund, or what I call the freedom fund. You need a fund that can cover 6 to 9 months of your basic living expenses. So this doesn't mean 6 to 9 months of your current income. This is 6 to 9 months of your basic living expenses, housing, food, medicine, and things like that. You need that in order for you to kind of just function in society. And also for you not to have to run to find the next job. So for me, when I quit corporate, I actually had a sizable fund, and that had a lot to do with me not buying property. Instead of me putting in the down payment in the home, I had excess money that I could use towards paying my my monthly obligations. And so that is financially, you need to be set 6 to 9 months of your basic living expenses saved away, not invested in the market. I'm one of those old school, you need accessible liquid cash, and that because emergencies happen, right, Tiff? Not a matter of if, when they happen. And if you are let go or if there are changes in your situation, you need access to money to help you pay for these necessities. Now, preparing mentally and emotionally, leaving the corporate world and pursuing your entrepreneurial goals, it's going to take a mental toll on you. And that has a lot to do with you like finally believing in yourself enough to kind of make this leap. And then when things doesn't go the way you've envisioned it, well, that's going to take a mental toll, and that's going to affect your ability to kind of see the opportunities that present itself. So one, for anyone who is experiencing this transition, whether forced or chosen, I want you to prepare yourself mentally by reassessing, reevaluating your current skill set. That's kind of one of the key things. That's kind of like you're looking at your resume and going, how can I, and this is interesting, right? Because you're like, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur. Why do I need to redo my resume? Well, you need to understand your skill set. You need to understand your experiences because you're going to uncover places and gaps. And then you may now want to tap into your network of friends and entrepreneurs to help you fill in those gaps. So work on that. And that's going to help you feel better about making this shift. It's going to help you feel better about going after for the next job if you're looking at going from one job to the next, depending on your situation. And emotionally too, allow yourself, if you've been let go, and there's a lot of people who've been let go, and a lot of people who are making the leaps based on their own faith, allow yourself the space and grace and time to grieve losing the job or shifting from being so career focused in the corporate world into the entrepreneurial purposeful path, because there is a grieving period when it comes to that, because our identity is so tied to it. So I want you to take a moment to rest, to reset, and let your body kind of readjust to the new normal that you're trying to create. Because what I find is that people who have been laid off and they may get a severance package, or they may have unemployment benefits or a savings account, they jump right into a new job, or they jump right into entrepreneurship, and then they're feeling the same strains. They're feeling the same constraints. And so you need to take a moment of pause. So that's kind of one thing for your mental health, your emotional being. Take a moment of pause, and typically that's doable because we have a financial safety net.
Oh, I love that, Jason. You're the best. If you are wanting to holistically navigate your personal finances, Jason has this awesome book, Happy Money, Happy Life, where he guides us through how to do so through the lens of these 8 dimensions. Can you mention those 8 dimensions, Jason?
Yeah, the 8 happy dimensions. They're mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, social, environmental, occupational, and financial.
So Jason walks us through those dimensions and through the lens of personal finance. It's called Happy Money, Happy Life. You can purchase it at happymoneyhappylifebook.com. Jason's awesome. If you have not listened to the prior episode, do it. That's your homework. Jason, where can they find you? You know, we know where we can find your book, but where can they find you if they want to follow you or connect with you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm active in those spaces at Jason Vitug, and also on LinkedIn.
Awesome. Vitug, Vitug. His stuff will be the link to the book, happymoneyhappylifebook.com, and Jason's, especially his Instagram, where he's really active. They'll be in the show notes. So give a holler for $1, honey. Thank you, Jason. You're really awesome. Thank you for coming. And thank you for being my friend.
Well, thank you so much. I'm honored to be your friend, Tiffany.
I was going to sing, thank you for being a friend. Travel around the world. Who, is that Golden Girls? No, that's not Golden Girls.
Back again.
But the heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. That is Golden Girls.
Yeah, that is.
See, I remember I tried to put Mandy up on Golden Girls. She was like, who? I said, girl, get off my line. Mandy, like Golden Girls. It's iconic.
I would say Golden Browns. We're going to do the Golden Browns.
The Golden Brown. Thanks again, Jason. Bye, BA fam. We will see you next week.
Hey, BA fam, we could not do this show without your support or the support of our team behind the scenes. The Brown Ambition podcast is produced by Cumulus Podcast Network. It's edited by the wonderful Imani Crosby and produced by Tanya Bustos. Dennis Stemplinsky is our in-house tech guru, and I am Mandy Woodruff Santos, your co-host, and I will see y'all next week.
You loved Lala Kent on Vanderpump Rules. Now get to know her on Give Them Lala.
With her assistant, Jess.
LA, it can become suffocating.
Did something happen where you felt like I have to get out of here, or do you just think it just happens sometimes?
I think it just happens, but also just everything going on in my personal life. Like, I want to get on this mic and be like, this is what I've been dealing with for 14 months.
Give Them Lala, wherever you listen.